My name is Landon Carlcok, and my testimony starts here.
So it all started when I was about 12 years old. I was living in Ringgold, Georgia at the time, but I was attending a youth trip with my church in North Carolina called Snowbird Wilderness Outfitters. One night in particular, it was like the culmination night. It was like the let's get super emotional night. And so they were playing a song, and at the time, my dad was deployed. So I felt the need to pray for my dad's safety. I got down on my knees, I went up to the altar, and I prayed for my dad's safety. And then the weeks later, I thought to myself, why am I praying to somebody I don't know and trusting him with my dad's safety? And so when I was about 13 years old, I surrendered my life to Christ, because if I can trust this guy with my dad's safety, then I can trust him with my eternity as well. So that's really where it all started for me. I kept going to that church until I was about a junior in high school. And that church really gave me a good foundation for who I am now. Then, my senior year of high school, right before I'm about to graduate, my dad gets a new job in Ocala, Florida. We moved there, and that's where everything really changed for me. I was all alone in a place I had never really been to with just my family, and I had no friends, nobody, and it was weird for me. And so I decided to go to a church called Church at the Springs and get really involved in their youth group. I remember going there and I said, if you can use me, I will literally do anything that you want. They did. I became a student leader. I was able to really serve there, and not only was I able to serve in there, but I was also able to get involved in a lot of communities outside of there that really helped me with my faith. What I learned from that was that community is huge for our growth in Christ. It was a great time, but it was a short time, because about 7 months later, it was time to go to college. After my senior year, after I graduated, I moved to Jacksonville and started attending the University of North Florida on an Army ROTC scholarship. Right from the get-go, the NABs are really reaching out to me, and they're really trying to invest in me. Throughout this whole time, I'm a part of the Navigators, but I'm not really in it. I'm just going to NAB nights, and that's about it. But Alex Ellis and Sam Huxford, they really took me under their wing. They wanted to invest in me, and I was kind of resilient to that. I wasn't used to people reaching out to me. I was used to being the one in control. But through persistency by Alex Ellis and Sam Huxford, and just reaching out to me over and over again, I was really able to be involved in a group of believers that really had my back when things got tough. Then there was a certain point in my life where it was like I need to really try to figure out what this God thing really means to me, and not just what everybody else tells me it means to me. With that, I just decided to take this big risk of mine and go to STP. And if you guys don't know, STP is the summer training program. It's a 2-month program in the mountains of Tennessee, working at Dollywood. It taught me a whole lot of things. It taught me how to work jobs I didn't want to work. I made funnel cakes. It taught me how to read the Bible every day. It taught me how to spend 4 hours alone with God, which I never thought that I would do in my life. Throughout that summer, I just learned more and more and more about how important community actually is for your relationship with Christ. I never really had that in the ROTC program. I never had a good Christian community I could lean on. Yeah, I had the Navigators, but I didn't have it in my ROTC community. I didn't have a group of believers that I could lean on every single day, because I worked with ROTC every single day. I'm with these people every day. Well, I felt like the Lord was calling me to start this Bible study within the ROTC program, so that people like me who wanted to be known by people who I felt like who I worked with every day could rally together for the sake of the gospel. And so I started a Bible study that we call God's Warriors, and it's just a group of imperfect cadets trying to seek towards the perfect God. We meet every Tuesday, and we've gone over Philippians, we've gone over James. Give these freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors a community that they can grow in and that they can rely on, because the military community is not necessarily focused towards gospel-centered lives. And so just for this, I wanted to build this foundation of these people who are going to go be leaders in the military, what it looks like to live a gospel-centered life. It's honestly been one of the most biggest answers to prayer that I have seen in my own life. And it's kept me accountable, because now I am an example. But it truly is one of the biggest blessings of my life. And so through that, I've been able to disciple younger generations so that they can take over when I'm gone. And then I've also been able to be discipled by people who've been in the Army a lot longer than I have. And I've had a lot of good resources, and the Lord's really provided me with a lot when it comes to that. Past that, I hope to commission as a second lieutenant in the military intelligence branch of the Army. And through that, I hope to use my position of leadership to reach people below me, people above me, and people all in my area, because I really truly believe that a leader who is gospel-centered will train up people who are gospel-centered, and a leader who is not gospel-centered will not train up people who are not gospel-centered. And so if I can make my life all about Jesus, then Jesus will provide me opportunities to reach into people's lives and pour into these people who don't know him. So my plan is to really just use my influence to reach people for the gospel, and then hopefully build generations upon generations of people who love the Lord and are seeking